Good morning, everybody. How are you today? I am here for my week 19 check-in. And this is a rough week, mostly because I had the flu, as you guys probably already know from my previous videos, but I am totally on the mend, which is fantastic. And I weighed in this morning, and thankfully I can report that I was down 2.3 pounds, which is fantastic because that puts me at 27.9 pounds total. Wow, 27.9. That's almost 28, which is almost 30, which is fantastic. It also solidified that I have lost my 10%, and that is fantastic because those are milestones that you really get excited about. So for me, doing 10% is fabulous. I can't wait till I get to 20%. But yeah, that's really, I haven't done a whole lot this week other than get well, and I did go back to work, which was great. So I know last week I talked about doing a challenge to myself to write down any negative self-talk that I had, though then I got sick and I really was just thinking about getting well, so I didn't really have a lot of negative self-talk this week. But the one thing I can tell you that I was negative about was on some of my videos I was noticing my turkey waddle here. And I hate this right here. Hate it, hate it, hate it. I think it makes me look older than I am. I don't like that I have a double chin. I don't like now that the skin's like loose and gross. And I did talk to somebody while I was at work this week about plastic surgery to clear this up down the line. Not now, but down the line. And I dislike it that much that I think that that is definitely something that may be in my future. But yeah, so that's pretty much the only time I can remember really being negative to myself. And I'm glad about that, but I think I'm going to do the same challenge this week. I think it's going to kind of be an ongoing challenge. And then at some point I'm going to sit down and I'm going to lay out, bare myself to you guys, all the stuff that I say that is harmful, because that started a really good conversation last week. I've also noticed in a lot of the people that I follow on YouTube that they're having really hard weeks, that they're struggling with making good choices, struggling with what to do when they make bad choices. And it just seems to kind of be contagious, kind of like the flu. So that I know is a big, big issue for a lot of us, and something that I want to, in my own life, just make sure that I get a handle on before it's too late, So let's talk a little bit about what's going around mentally with a lot of us. I have noticed so many people that I'm following or that I'm friends with that are doing this, that must be in the midst of the February doldrums and are complaining about having days where, they're falling off the wagon, they're having too many cookies, too many sweets, too many chips, too many whatever, and they have this little binge, and then the rest of the day is shot, instead of just having this binge and then getting back on whatever plan they're doing. And, I was even talking to my aunt and my cousin about it today in our little iMessage thread, because we're all in the same boat. We all deal with that. And it's like, do you let it ruin your rest of your day? Do you journal the mistakes that you make? If you do journal them, do you eat the rest of the day normally? Do you let the midday or early day or whatever part of the day binge become that catalyst that makes it so that you just write off the whole day? Then does that day become the rest of the week? In the past, that has been me. Like, if I blew it at lunch, who cares about the rest of the day? I've already blown it for the day. But really, the truth of the matter is, and it was like a whoo-hoo light bulb moment for me again. I'm having so many of them on this journey. And so you can let that throw you off for the rest of the day or set you into a spiral that will just continue. Or you can say, well, you know what? So what? I'm back on plan. I mean, whether you're doing Weight Watchers, whether you're counting calories, whether you're doing Simply Filling, whether you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, the trick is to just get back to doing it, because we're living our lives. And by living our lives, that means that we are going to have days, meals, weeks, even months like that. We're going to have situations that are tempting to us. We're going to have times when we decide to make what may not be the best choice food-wise. But that's okay, because we're living our lives. And if we really truly stand behind the belief that this journey is a lifestyle change and not just a diet, not just a time for us to get thin, but really a time for us to get healthy, then we're going to have to get this healthy to match what's going in our mouths, and we'll move forward from there. And I don't think I ever quite got that before. For me, I think even when I would say it was a journey or a lifestyle change, it was really about a number on a scale and an end result. But this time around, I'm really determined to make this just my life, you know? And I'm working hard right now, but someday I'm going to get to maintenance, and, you know, that's when the real hard work's going to start, because you're not going to have these goals every week, these little things like numbers on a scale or different pant size or whatever to keep the motivation going. And I think the sooner in the journey that I can get my head straight, the more successful I'll be when I'm on maintenance and try to just live my life as the healthy person that I'm striving to be. So anyway, that was my kind of epiphany this week. And yeah, I mean, I'm not perfect, never going to claim to be perfect, but I am just trying to learn from my own process and from all of your processes. So the fact that these people that I follow on YouTube are so willing to be honest and share their trials and tribulations along with their successes, that is what is giving me the strength to kind of grow and mature and learn in what I'm doing. And I hope in some sense that I can help you with that too, because I don't really think I would be as far along in my journey as I am right now if it wasn't for all of you guys. And I am so grateful for that, which is, you know, why I do my Journey of the Week videos, and I will be posting one this weekend. So definitely check back for that. Okay, so that being said, my next thing that I want to talk about is reflection. And I was reflecting this morning. I was reflecting on my journey. And my journey has been a long journey, a long, long journey. I know I've talked to you before about having lap band surgery 9 years ago. And, you know, being successful with that to almost losing 100 pounds. And then I've gained back all but like 23 or 24 of those pounds. So I was trying to like dig through like where I had my like my weights registered. And I know I have more somewhere, but I could only go back as far as like 2012. So I started looking at like February of 2000 or February months, just since it's February now. And in 2012, I weighed 209 pounds. Yes, 209 pounds. I would kill to be 209 pounds right now. Today, I'm 233.2, I think. And when I started my journey in October, I was 261.1, I think. So, I mean, definitely getting there. And, but it was interesting to look at the Februarys from 2012. In 2013, I had gone up 10 pounds. 2014, another 10 pounds. 2015, almost 10 pounds. And 2016, February, I had gone up like 5 or 6 pounds from the previous year. But then from February to October, I gained like another 5 or 6 pounds. So I was really doing about 10 pounds a year weight gain over the last 5 years. 10 pounds a year. That's what happens. It just creeps up on me. Like, I stop paying attention. I don't know what I'm thinking when I go to buy bigger clothes, because I'm obviously not wearing the same sizes I was wearing when I was 209 pounds. But yeah, so it was really an eye-opener, and I'm going to post my chart here or here. I think it's over here. I'm going to post that so you can see my weights for the last 5 years in February. And I think I'll do it again. I think that's something I'm going to print out and put in my journal and, just keep it so that I'm aware of, what I'm doing. Because again, I go back to the mindset. Like, I don't want to do this and then this and then this again. I want to get here and then stay there and maintain it. And I have never in my life, in my journey, ever have I made it to maintenance. I'm going to do it this time. You mark my words. I am going to make it to maintenance, and I'm going to be successful. And I don't care how long it takes me. It took me 5 years to gain 50 pounds. It has taken me less than 5 months to lose 28. So, I think I'm ahead of the game here. And if it takes me another year to lose the rest of the 72 pounds I need to lose or whatever, then so be it. If it takes me 2 years, I don't care. I'm going to go on this journey, and I'm committing to this journey, and I'm doing it in front of you guys. So hold me accountable. And it's going to be full of ups, and it's going to be full of downs. And I know that, but I want to keep them little instead of big mountains, And so that's really what's been on my mind this morning. I wanted to share it with you guys. Feedback, as always, I love your comments. The conversations we've been having have been great. If you want to have conversations with me outside of the YouTube comments app, feel free to head over to my Facebook page, because I do respond to any and all comments, and the Facebook page is linked below. And let's keep this conversation going. Let's hold each other accountable. The one thing I want to make sure that I never do is I don't want to try to make excuses for any of my negative behaviors that I do. What I want to try to do is maybe I might explain them, but I want to be really honest with myself and not try to excuse away what I do. I really need to hold myself accountable, and I look forward to having you guys hold me accountable, because I can't do it without you. Honestly, I just cannot do it without you. So thank you for being along on this journey with me. And I'm going to wrap it up for today. I will see you guys again next week. Have a great one.